Welcome to my second part of randomly generated rooms. In this video I'm gonna show you how did I manage to make walls, and as well these are doors. It's just that they're invisible. I just made them invisible, so yeah. And there's another one. I'll show you how that works. For now it will be invisible, but in the future I will be adding like real doors as props, and in the future I'll be adding like randomly, like each room will be textured properly. There will be room types, props, and all that stuff. But now I will show you how did I made walls, and yeah, this is the entire code. And I will show you how I managed to do that. Firstly, I did just this random seed thing. And this is just used for so I can just get more varieties of randomness. But yeah, let's get started. This is I explained all this from my previous videos, so you guys can just watch that. But for now I will show you how I did everything else. First update, as you can see, so when we I added this function for making a room, so we're gonna go all over it. So let's see what's first coming up. Firstly, we're coming up for a function for rooms. So I just made the starter room, and starter graphics will be randomly generated, with this one being always on the top. I could also make so it inserts the doors inside, like I could make so like a door like entrance for the room. So we could have that. So let's see. Alright, so we have doors, and let's just see what else do we have. Okay, so first things first is that to launch this make room function, and I made these variables. So yeah, first time it will be basically going over. So when it's first time, it will do position x and epsilon. But before that, it will do the scanning for available direction. It will so this position epsilon +1. So we want to check if it's not outside. I will do let's do paint, because I like explaining stuff for you guys by just drawing. So let's draw some lines here. Okay, so it will take some little time. Let's see if I can speed this up. Just copy and paste, I guess. So let's do that. So paste. I know this is a little difficult, and I made larger. So yeah, sorry that I'm kind of wasting time right here, because I want to show on like big grid or big matrix, however you want to call it. Okay, so we're gonna put a few more here, let's do like one, and we could finish with like that. Okay, so firstly it will like start, let's just say from here. So it will just, let's say, do like this. Let's say it's made room like this and everything. Okay, so let's get back to our code. So for scanning, what I did, you basically position epsilon or whatever, so it will just check if it's not out of bounds. So it will check if it's like out of bounds. It will say, hey, there is out of bounds, you can't, there is nothing. So as you can see, oops, As you can see, it will just there. I just added these variables, so it will turn true, and when they turn true, I guess there is somewhere here. Okay, so there is here. So basically, when we scan the variable directions, we're basically just gonna be choosing randomly or direction. It will just choose, so it will say, okay, so math.random, as you can see, right or left, tells if it's just that, then okay. RNG distance, I just updated it, so the end of x and epsilon is based on, as you can see, vertical and horizontal, you know. Then okay, then we do scan for problems. This is another upgrade that I made. Actually, the scan for problem could start. Hold on, just so scan for problem starts actually here. So it will scan for problem like in case the end is out of bounds, it will make it go back. So if we encounter a problem, it will. So if we encounter a problem, it will basically just, as you can see, it will just do -1 or add based on the distance of the end. I know this is kind of confusing, and I'm kind of sorry that it's kind of like that, but if you look code very closely and pay attention, you will basically know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is basically scanning for all the problems. So yeah, there is like a lot of stuff here, and and yeah, actually scanning for problems actually starts here. Yeah, I also kind of lost for myself. But okay, so basically it will scan for problems and say, hey, if it's like out of bounds, just go back. Alright, so let's go back to marking rooms. It's basically the same thing as the old code, so yeah, if there's max polygon, it will basically break. There is less free space that I could just, yeah. And yeah, max polygon is -1. Then we scan for edges for in case we want more polygons for one room, if we want, more polygons, we just scan for the edges. So let's say this is our example. It will scan for all the edges, and as you can see, it uses the same tactic as scanning for direction. So it will use like, hey, we have this room, let's scan for here, 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 and here. We see that these two are occupied, but these two are not. So we can use these two to start as new position. And for example, let's say it chooses this one, then it will do all over again by just doing this, and let's say it made something like this, so we get room like this. All right, it took a little while. Then after that, it will just add room matrix. Room matrix is basically just one room, so it will just basically add all these occupied spaces, so we basically know what rooms are what. So yeah, room count, of course, we +1, and we basically here I just made how many rooms do we need to now make. But before that, here's the so basically we just have these edges that we just encountered, and we just need to check them, kind of like do another check. So these are basically 3 rooms, and oh yeah, we just check for if what direction is available. Then after we do that, actually this is for making a door. Now I just remembered. This is for making a door. so we just basically check for, so basically we just say the next door is here. It just does, like, it says like here is, will begin on a new door. It will check like what, like it will just check what door was, you know, and say, okay, so this was our door, so let's make this door right here. And it will, you know, so make door, and you will see, and then it does, you know, another room and blah blah blah, so I just don't repeat myself again. And yeah, I just added this up and down. I just like using strings. I could use numbers, but I use strings for, you know, easier. And yeah, marks door. This is for debugging, so I just added this for debugging. There is one bug that I want to that I wanted to talk about. That doesn't kind of make me doesn't make sense. So for example, you see this transparency right here. So when I test that, it will basically just go transparent, as you can see. But if I wanted to change the brick color, just like I did for this one, it won't work. I have no idea why. So let's say it's red. And as you can see, it doesn't work. I'm not sure why. Why does that happen? I have no idea, and it's a really strange bug. I even tested if these two variables are right, which they are, and it actually did define for child. It just that it doesn't want to change its brick color, which is really weird. So this is why I'm using transparency. Oops, I made a mistake. Alright, so this was used for, I thought, for alternative like version of making doors, because right now it's just linear, but who knows, maybe in the future I'll be recoding that so it's more random. So yeah, we'll see about that in the future. And yeah, making floors is basically the same how it was, but we now just got to the making walls, and that's basically it. So so we'll do the current room. So I did basically before what we did, I didn't mention that, is that we just, instead of these numbers, it was false. So we used the booleans of true and false, and yeah. But now I just decided to use numbers because I can just use the matrix to. So number 1 would be the first room, number 2 is the second, 3 is next, and blah blah blah. It goes like that on and on. So I can just use this, for example, as you can see, just the current room is 1, and based on rooms it will just plus 1 each time it completes. So as you can see, it just does for x, which is x and epsilon, it will just choose the current room, and then it will just, of course, do the checking, you know. It would just check for wall setup. So the wall setup basically works like, yeah, it was a really big grid. I could just made it smaller, but okay, it is what it is. So let's say it will just check. So for example, for here, it will check. So for making walls, so it will check, hey, is there a wall? Is there like another door? Or let's say here, it will check. So this is the another room, so this has value of 2, this has value of 1, and he's like, okay, we can make wall right here, and then we can make wall right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and then it generates wall like this. The only issue here is that it can generate 2 walls. So the blue one says, okay, there is another room, so we generate wall here, so we just have 2 duplicates. And the problem is, as you can see in Roblox Studio, so when I generate a room, you see that each room is basically 1 by 1 by 1. It's not like stretched out, which could cause some, you know, performance issues. But we will see. For now, we will keep it like that. But in case we have some problems with performance, we might will see to to make that improvement so it doesn't generate that much walls. So yeah, it just checks for direction, just as you can see. I just explained. With the wall setup, we just insert a wall, do its sizing, how much size we want. If it's right or left, we just change the orientation. And yeah, I'll test that weight, then we did this base floor size, and we just do all this math thing. We will name our wall, this is for debugging, but we don't really need to. And make door is basically just need to insert our part, insert the position of our part, direction, and it will just check here if it's for this side, if it's not, if it is it for different side, and if it's true, then it will just do transparency and all that stuff, and boom, that's how we get our walls and doors. Like I said, in the future I will add a properties, different how do I say, different textures and everything. So yeah, one of my comments said that it would be easier if it was a pre-made room, so I don't have to do all of this math. I could do like a pre-made room, so I could just but here's the thing, for making a pre-made room takes a lot of time, and I would need to do a lot of texturing and everything. So maybe we'll see, maybe I will be doing the pre-made thing in the future. But for now, I would like to try to make it automatically, so code does everything for me and I don't have to do much anything. And as you can see, and if you didn't notice, this was based on that one game called Do Process. If you know what it is, so let me just do do process game, and yeah, it's basically this game on Steam. This is not a sponsored video, but I just played this game and it's really cool because, as you see, they're basically randomly generated, and there's these rooms labeled and everything. So that's kind of what I'm trying to aim for. It's, as you can see, not the really best, but I'm trying to see if I can just pull up something like system like that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.